All right, it's time to get serious. On the last video I made, talking about the last video before that one, about Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. That was cheap. Okay, so this got me thinking. This really got me thinking. Okay, Shakur Stevenson will be an all-time great. And a lot of people obviously say that, but this is my simple reason of why Shakur Stevenson will be an all-time great and not a heathen. So I know I was trying to rhyme this. Stupid. All right, here we go.
When I seen his hand raised, it felt like it was a funeral. Like it felt like
that reason,
like somebody died in your family.
I know you wanted that gold medal. I know it's emotional, but you walk away with a silver medal.
I know he's young, so let's cook. But no, like look, you see, he's being interviewed, and he's crying hardcore, and it's sad to see, honestly, man. but you see, he starts crying hardcore, and as he's getting interviewed, but not. For one, seeing how he was crying, to me, honestly, told me a couple things. One of them was that dude truly is a competitor. You know what I mean? Like, he's crying like that. Like you said, like there was a death in the funeral. Like there's a death in the family. You know, he's crying like that. So he must be a hardcore competitor. Does not want to lose. You know. So he was probably like crying over little dumbass things as a kid. You know what I mean? Like over, like maybe playing chalupa with his family, and he just keeps losing. So he's crying. So they are like, man, you know what? We'll let him win. And then he probably felt happy again. Like you just got given a treat. So I know this play. But so that right there told me, okay, so if he's crying like that, he has a competitive spirit, but more than competitive spirit though. Like he has like a burning desire to win. You know what I mean? Truly, for him to be crying like that, it doesn't even matter that he's that young. You know what I mean? And then it also told me another thing. It told me that, like I said, I know he's young, but I mean, to tell you the truth, like when I was young, man, I was very competitive, but I was not gonna try to cry in front of a camera or anything like that. Hell no, I was way too like just not, I ain't gonna say worried about what people were thinking, but shy. Because I mean, at that point, I'm a kid. I don't know what the hell. I don't care about what people were thinking. I was just like into my own little world. So I mean, like I wouldn't even been on the camera and shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just saying. So the fact, that right there shows you that he's different. He's different in the fact that he's willing to kind of just put it all out there. Like show himself. In front of everybody on the camera. Just like. So I don't know that like he's kind of like a leader. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I think you can say some good things about that though. As far as that psychological part of it. The fact that he's willing to cry in front of people in public. Meaning that he wouldn't, like I said, take it to heart too much about what people think, and that's going to be a very key thing for him to have as when he becomes a professional, as he is now. But when he's only 21, when he becomes like a true professional, like late 20s and stuff like that, that's going to be very key to have. You would think, to not care what people think. You know what I mean? So. And then, and you got to check that it's a Sky Sports, man. Much love. They got the story. It's the story of Shakur Stevenson, full documentary. You got to check that out, because afterwards he does say how Terrence Crawford and shit, told him, he kind of told him, like, hey man, don't never let them see you sweat. I used to like that motto. That was my motto. Never let them see you sweat. I used to hear that, I hear that everywhere. Rap songs everywhere. It's a good. Well, it comes from everyone heard that saying. But yeah, so he said that Bud told him that. He was like, heck yeah, man, but he's still he's still very emotional. He still cry, in front of people, in front of the public and stuff like that. So that's how he is, and that's good though. You know what I'm saying? Like he got that, like I said, he got that, like that burning desire in him, that burning spirit and shit, burning fighting spirit in him. So that's good, man. Don't want to lose. So that right there told me, I I think that's a very key thing. Like I said, simple reasons, that I take, and I think to me that was a very key thing. I'm like, okay, he's gonna really need that, and he's gonna use that when he gets older. You know what I mean? Because look how he, and it makes so much sense, because even now at 21, he's very competitive to the point where him and Bud always constantly going at it, and everyone considers Bud, Terrence Crawford to be, the probably the greatest at 147. So Shakur at 21 is already very competitive, and I'm pretty sure they're sparring stuff like that. But even like when they're not sparring and things like that, like they're just constantly going at it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's tight. Like so that right there. If you're confident enough to be testing Bud, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, like you at 21, like yeah, he has that competitive spirit that stems probably from all that. Like I said, just willing to just put it all out there on the line, and that competitive spirit. That's another thing. How Shakur. This is another reason why I know he's gonna be an all-time great, man. I just know it. He's already getting irritated with being compared to Floyd Mayweather. Every single damn video you see or like question or something like that, he's always trying to separate himself from Floyd Mayweather. But I mean, obviously he shows respect and mad love to Floyd. I think he even called him the GOAT. But he's already said in different occasions, like man, I'm not Floyd Mayweather. We got different styles. He even said at 21 he beat Floyd Mayweather. He feels he's better than Floyd was at 21. So think about that. You know what I'm saying? Shakur said at 21 he felt like he was better than Floyd. So I feel like the fact that he's trying to separate himself from Floyd Mayweather, I think that is truly how a GOAT-minded individual would think. He's like, nah, man, I already know the significance and importance of not trying to align myself with another goddamn, legend and shit like that. Hell no, I want to be my own legend. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so see, and you would think you wouldn't never want to really align yourself with another like all-time great, because you're always going to be held like underneath that person. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to be like they're always going to be like held above you and shit. You know what I'm saying? In regard to like how great you are and shit. So I mean, I would think so, or always like you'd be the pupil. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just want to just start my own path, just completely like myself. Just thinking of why he might always try to separate himself, and I'm saying like that to me that tells me that yeah, he's trying to be great, man. Those intentions right there like are great, and at 21, and he's already uttered the words be a legend or something like that at 21. There's many boxers who said that they didn't think about being a legend, or I think Danny Garcia said it himself that he was like it wasn't towards a later part of his career and shit, that he was like, oh, okay, or it was Mikey maybe, what I'm saying, and he was like, I'm gonna try to actually like make a name for me. It couldn't have been Mikey, because it could have been Mikey, and maybe that's why he shot up to try to fight Errol Spence, man, shit, because I forget who it was, but anyways, that's basically what they said, like, man, a lot of boxers say it too, like, it took them a while to really like start like like wanting to be a legend, at least, many get in for many different reasons, not for wanting to be a legend. And he already said that, man. So that's another good reason, you know what I mean? So simple little things, I think, but I feel like they say a lot. They say a lot. So I like kind of looking at things from different aspects, like psychological aspects or whatever, So I always thought that shit was cool, like psychology and things like that. Although, I wish I'd have got more into like fucking geography and things, science and I don't know. but yeah. So I think in summary, Shakur Stevenson will be an all-time great, even though he's probably going to lose this weekend. That's it. Canelo lost at 23. Shakur's going to be he's already going to be, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, Valdez isn't a Mayweather. I mean, that's a whole different video, which I might have to make another one right away. But no. So, yeah, regardless, Shakur's going to be an all-time great. Truly. So, all right, thank you, everybody. I was going to keep going. Shit. Thank you for rolling with the punches. Bus. 905, 906. Peace.